Hey guys, Lee Michelle Resistance Chicks coming at you March 5th, 2017.
Yeah, it'll probably be March 6th.
Okay, yeah, this will probably be for tomorrow. March 5th or 6th, depending on when we get these up. We do sleep.
So Loretta Lynch made a video for Democrats, encouraging them to fight back like those before us. They've marched, they've bled, and yes, some have died. We did this before, and we can do it again. And we know that these people really want the violent communism. And, you know, you have to read between the lines with these people, but sometimes...
Well, Chuck Schumer even had mentioned it. A lot of different people have mentioned it so far, kind of hinting at the violence that it's encouraged.
Right, exactly. But let's let her tell you.
I know that this is a time of great fear and uncertainty for so many people. I know it's a time of concern for people who see our rights being assailed, being trampled on, and even being rolled back.
Really?
I know that this is difficult, but I remind you that this has never been easy. We have always had to work to move this country forward to achieve the great ideals of our founding fathers.
The great ideals of our
people,
founding fathers.
Individuals who have banded together, ordinary people who simply saw what needed to be done and came together and supported those ideals, who have made the difference. They've marched, they've bled. Yes, some of them have died. This is hard. Every good thing is. We have done this before, we can do this again.
That's creepy, man.
That is very creepy. And I want to speak to those of you that are Democrats that are watching this. Probably not very many. Okay, maybe like one or whatever. But I want to speak to you. Please don't lay your life on the line.
Yeah.
Just don't do that.
Right.
Mm-mm. No, because it's not. We're not in the middle of a civil war.
Right.
We're not in the middle of a revolutionary war. There's really not anything worth laying your life on the line for right now. That day may come.
Nobody did that under the Obama administration. Nobody did it under Clinton. And Bush wasn't the greatest either. Okay?
Yeah. You know, there's reasons to die.
But this all goes to Valerie Jarrett and her ties. You guys have to understand, these were people in the 70s, 60s and 70s, whose parents were communists. Okay? Literal communists. And they raised up their little babies and their little children to be good commies, okay? And they were like, you know what? We're gonna go into the socialism thing. They were ready. Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, they were ready to go full bore violent commie.
And here's the thing: I don't think that they were really gonna need to do it as subversively as they're trying to do it right now. But whether you recognize it or not, she's calling for an unsubversive action right now, because they have just realized that all holds are
I
gone.
do have to do that story before we sign off.
They have no chance left. If they do not push right now, they have no chance of ever regaining their ground.
That's the whole Russian thing. That's the whole pushing for Trump thing. That's the whole thing. Everyone's a Nazi. Everyone is a socialist. A fascist. Get them all mixed up.
No, they're actually...
Everyone's a fascist. So I'm going to bring to you our next thing. I have to do it because I wanted to do it last night. There's going to be a Day Without a Woman march. And here's the thing, you guys. I told you that Michael
Thursday, right?
has a calendar. And for the entire year, at least for 1 year, Obama has settled in. They don't care whether it takes 1 year or 2 years. I got to give them one thing. They really dig their heels in.
Yes, they have.
They're ready to do this thing. He doesn't know God's already taken care of it. He's got a calendar, and where all their protests are. My newspaper, okay? What's great about it is that I see the OFA and I hear all the conspiracies happening. They're trying to get people to do this. They're trying to get people to do that.
The protests in
the town halls and
insert themselves into these different conservative places, make themselves look like a conservative, act like a conservative, and then all of a sudden make a ruckus.
In the town halls. So this has been happening, and then I see my newspaper laying it out. Go to your town halls. Go make your voice known.
Last week.
Well, here's the thing. The town halls aren't happening, so my newspaper gave a shout out to the readers and said, "We know that they're not holding the town halls like we expected.
They're doing a lot of phone calls.
So what we want you
meetings.
to do is write into our newspaper. And what we're going to do is we're going to print your letters to them and make them read it. So I don't know if it's every Sunday or every day, in the forum section, there's going to be all these letters. It literally said that. We know. And encourage them. Right. We know that you're not getting through to them.
How is it possible that the newspaper in a very conservative city has all of a sudden shifted so that they are pushing a leftist
They're pushing
agenda?
the OFA agenda.
And you guys I don't know if you don't understand what the OFA is. Here's the thing. This is not an election season right now. We just brought in a new president.
Here's the newspaper. This front page is just like that New York Times ad. Investigation. Why are you afraid of us? Alternative facts. Hate. Lies. You do not represent me. Trump loyalty. Yay or nay. You can be better. Try. Do what's right. Listen.
And it says right there, American taxpayers frustrated. Town hall meeting. Listen. And that is like the OFA push, the town hall meetings.
This is the progressive agenda. They went to the classes. Obviously, somebody or several people from the Inquirer went to the classes.
It's embarrassing for Cincinnati. We've just become a sanctuary city. There's so many things that are going on.
And then it says, "Hear this Congress. Residents of Greater Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky want to express their concerns about the current state of America, and they expect their elected members of Congress to put party aside and listen." Okay? Here's the thing. This is all orchestrated. The Inquirer said, send us your requests. Send us your things because we know you're not getting through. Okay? They're setting this up. They're part of it. You guys, this is a real thing. Letters to Congress pour into the Inquirer from concerned readers. Okay? And so they've got 2 pages of this. And they're going to keep printing the pages of it. And it is all anti-Trump. Even the things grading Trump's performance, it's all bad. No, Trump's speech was not presidential. It's all anti-Trump.
You guys, listen. Our family is Cincinnati through and through. Okay, we've been here since like my grandparents.
This is not San Francisco.
We have always been a conservative city. And I know that our newspaper got bought out, but still, like, the fact that this is just they're not representing the people.
Ohio with Trump all the way.
This
does not represent the people. You don't represent the people.
So if this is happening in one of the most conservative cities in America, I would say, right. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I feel like it is.
I think you're right.
It feels like
cities go. Yeah, definitely.
If they have turned, you better believe that everywhere it's worse than it has been previously. Right. For those of you that are already in leftist cities, because they are really making a push. They are desperate. So actually, this sounds really like we're exasperated, whatever. We're actually excited because they wouldn't be taking such drastic measures if they weren't scared to death.
Y'all scared.
Shaking in your boots.
Because they know they've done lost. And they're in the swamp, and the swamp is draining, and the swamp is melting and melting.
The swamp is draining, and you got all these nasty tadpoles flopping around, realizing they're never going to get to grow up and be a frog. That's what's going to happen.
All right, so
comment, and subscribe to Mass Faith 3 and Resistance Chicks. Ring the bell for notifications so you get email every time we put out a new video, and find us on Facebook where we can interact with you guys there on a daily basis. This is Leah Michelle signing off for Resistance Chicks, where it is not a conspiracy theory if it's the truth.
Was cold, all alone. No place for home. Every day, so afraid. But you called my name.